Hi, this is Manginoni, and here's my review for two number 2 issues. We have X-Force, Sex and Violence, and the other one is Twilight X-Men number 2. And here's going to be some spoilers, so if you haven't read the books, come back later. We'll do Twilight first. Now, overall I thought the art was pretty decent. It's by a guy named Paco Medina. And, I mean, while it's decent, it's not, like, awe-inspiring. It's just decent. So, what we have is Colossus and Wolverine. They're supposed to be looking for a vampire to take back to the labs for study. And they find one, and the vampire pretty much takes care of business and, is about to get away, but Storm steps in and shoots him with electricity. He escapes. And that leads them into the sewer system where they find more. So they're taking care of business, and then Blade shows up and he teaches the X-Men how to take care of vampires. The X-Men are kind of confused as to what's going on, and Blade explains to them, well, they have this pennant, it's bending the light, and oh, by the way, Dracula's dead. So Wolverine's like, you better come back with us. You have Jubilee talking to, I think it's Dr. Nemesis, and she's indicating that she has this desire to be something else. The X-Men go through a debriefing, figuring out what's going on. Blade explains that the tribes of the vampires have united under a new leader. That the vampires are basically waiting for Jubilee to arrive, saying that if Jubilee comes to us, then they'll send him, and then once we get him, we'll get all the we'll get all the mutants and then become an unstoppable force. Jubilee escapes in the middle of the night, and basically, what they do is they use Cerebro to detect the vampire DNA. And as you can see by the map, they're pretty much completely surrounded. And they realize they're in trouble now. So we go back here to the vampires with Jubilee. Jubilee goes in. And, she's going to basically become a vampire. Emma doesn't seem too worried about the situation. Her plan is basically, let's resurrect Dracula, then Dracula will be our bomb. He'll go after the vampires, wreak havoc. We can sit back and not have to worry as much. Which actually is a fairly decent plan. But according to Blade, Blade's worried, you don't bring back the devil, basically. So we'll see how that turns out. And, like I said, Jubilee gets bitten at the end. Now, even though I know I made fun of it being Twilight, it's actually fairly decent so far. This is my only complaint about this. Unlike Second Coming, which had a lot of ramifications to the X-World, Curse of the Vampires, I think we can all Curse of the Mutants, we can pretty much assume that pretty much whatever happens here, everything's going to be retconned back. Anybody who becomes a vampire is obviously not going to stay a vampire for the long haul. I would be really surprised if that happens. Maybe they might have one or two token characters because they don't know what to do with them, and they're going to try something different. But I don't really think this is going to take us anywhere other than, we're just going to start killing vampires. Okay, let's go on to X-Force 2, Sex and Violence. This was spectacular. The cover, I really like the cover. And there is some sex, and there is a lot of violence. So, if you remember, Wolverine and Domino are being attacked by the Guild of Assassins, or Assassin's Guild, I should say. Wolverine wants to know where the money is. Domino's like, I'll tell you later. And then Wolverine's fighting. Razor Fist makes his appearance. Guns shooting. They're being cut into multiple pieces. Wolverine gets skewered. Then, Razor Fist is kind of a joke, so Wolverine actually takes care of business. And then Domino explains the situation. The girls, leads him to the money. And then she says, hey, why don't we go to a hotel and talk about this? Just because it's on YouTube, I won't show the middle, but they go to a hotel room and, obviously have sex. Razor Fist is saying he failed, but he left a tracer. So the Assassin's leader guy calls in some favors. You got Boomerang. Then there's Bullet, and then there's Bushwhacker, and there's Clay. I don't know who some of these people are, but I know these two. The rest of the people I'm not too sure about. So they're in the hotel, money, Tracer, remember all that stuff. Bullets come through the roof, suit walls, Bushwhacker shows up. Awesome artwork. Wolverine gets shot up. Domino avoids bullets. Wolverine comes back, and Wolverine starts taking care of some business down here. Cuts him up, and basically puts his claws down to his neck and gets some intel. They try to escape, and then the guild had an assassin waiting for him, but the Hand basically took care of him, and they're going to take care of Domino. There's only one more issue to this, and this has been just awesome. I've loved pretty much almost the entire series so far. I'm really happy I got it. If the third issue continues with the pace that it's going, I'm going to be really pleased with it. Highly recommend it. Highly. As long as, of course, you're old enough to buy it. This one's okay. It's decent. I think there's going to be some good fights, a lot of blood, killing, but it's just average so far. Average start. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it on the side. Who do you think, do you guys think if anybody is going to stay turned? Will Jubilee stay turned? Or will they figure out the blood DNA and be able to revert everybody back within a timely manner? Subscribe to the channel, and until next time.